Hello Swatantra viewers. Welcome to English News Bulletin. I am Mahima, bringing you the latest updates. BJP crushing the people's mandate, says Priyanka Gandhi. Amid a political crisis in the Congress-led Himachal Pradesh government, Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on Wednesday alleged that the BJP wants to crush people's mandate by misusing money power and central agencies. She also alleged that the BJP wants to push the state towards a political disaster. In a democracy, the general public has the right to choose a government of their choice, said Priyanka Gandhi, who had played a crucial role in the Himachal Assembly poll campaign in 2022 and has been involved with the party's affairs in the state. The people of Himachal used this right and formed the Congress government with a clear majority. But the BJP wants to crush this right of the people of Himachal by misusing the money power of agencies and the power of the centre, Priyanka Gandhi said in a post in Hindi on X. She said the way the BJP is using government security and other machinery for this purpose is unprecedented in the history of the country. If a party with 25 MLAs is challenging the majority of 43 MLAs, then it clearly means that it is dependent on horse trading of representatives, Priyanka Gandhi said. Indian-American jeweler indicted in fraud. A 39-year-old Indian-American Monish Kumar Kiran Kumar Doshi Shah, aka Monish Doshi Shah, who hailed from Mumbai, was charged in Jersey City with one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and one count of operating and aiding and abetting the operation of an unlicensed money-transmitting business, according to an official statement. He was arrested over the weekend and appeared on Tuesday before U.S. Magistrate Judge Andre M. Espinosa in Newark Federal Court. Shah was released on $100,000 bond under the condition of home detention and location monitoring. From January 2015 through September 2023, Shah engaged in a scheme to evade duties for shipments of jewelry from Turkey and India to the United States, federal court documents showed. Shah would ship or instruct his conspirators to ship goods from Turkey or India, which would have been subject to an approximately 5.5% duty if shipped directly to the United States, to one-off. TDP Jana Sena will form government in AP after assembly elections. Telugu Desam Party National President and former Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu reiterated that the TDP-JSP alliance victory in the 2024 elections is crucial for the progress of the Andhra Pradesh. Addressing a joint public meeting of TDP-JSP in Tadepalligudem in Andhra Pradesh on Wednesday, Naidu said that people of the state promoted the TDP and JSP alliance. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy unleashed anarchy and no section of people was happy, he said. He cited the recent episode of cricketer Hanuma Vihari and explained how he was humiliated and forced to quit the captaincy. Jagan Reddy did not even spare his own sister either, he alleged. Jagan Reddy enacted a drama in the name of providing water to Kuppam. He was confident of winning the election in Kuppam with 1 lakh majority, Naidu said. JSP Chief Pawan Kalyan announced that the alliance would face YSRCP's Siddham with Yuddham or Woe. He justified the Jana Sena accepting 24 seats as part of the alliance by citing stories in the epics. He said that Gayatri Mantra has 24 letters. The YSRCP leaders support whatever decisions taken by Jagan Reddy, but his supporters criticize his decisions also, Pawan Kalyan said, pointing at the open letter by former Minister Chegondi Hari Ramjogaya. 5 crore people are suffering because of 5 leaders belonging to the Reddy community, he said.
Why not 175 అంటున్నాడు జగన్. మేము అడుగుతున్నాం, ఏమి పొడిచావని నీకు ఓటేయాలి. వై నాట్ 75 కాదు, వై నాట్ జాబ్ క్యాలెండర్? సమాధానం చెప్పు. వై నాట్ డిఎస్సి? వై నాట్ ఉచిత ఇసుక? వై నాట్ 175 గారి తమ్ముళ్ళు? వై నాట్ పులివెందల? ఇవన్నీ వదిలిపెట్టు జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి. ఊ కిల్డ్ బాబాయ్? సమాధానం చెప్పమని సవాలు విసురుతున్నా. న్యాయమవునా కాదా యువత? తమ్ముళ్ళు, జగన్ ఒక బ్లఫ్ మాస్టర్. ఈ రోజు ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నా, జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి నా నియోజకవర్గంలో 1,00,000 మెజారిటీ వస్తాయి, నీ నాటకాలు ఎవ్వరూ పట్టించుకోరని మరొకసారి తెలియజేస్తున్నా. 5 ఏళ్లు పరిపాలన చూశారు, ఎక్కడికక్కడ అట్టర్ ఫ్లాప్ అయింది. దీనికి సీక్వెల్ ఉండదు. ఆ సినిమా అయిపోయింది, 40 రోజులే ఉంది. వైసీపీ రౌడీలకి రియల్ సినిమా 40 రోజుల తర్వాత చూపిస్తామని ఈ సభ ద్వారా హెచ్చరిస్తున్నా. మా పొత్తు వైసీపీ విముక్త ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కోసం, తెలుగువాడి ఆత్మ గౌరవాన్ని కాపాడడం కోసం ఒక వ్యక్తి అహంకారం వల్ల జరిగిన నష్టాన్ని ఒక సీనియర్ నేతగా నేను చూస్తూ ఊరుకొండలేను. ఇది ప్రజలు కుదిర్చిన పొత్తు, జనం కోరుకున్న పొత్తు, రాష్ట్రంలో వెలుగు నింపే పొత్తు. ప్రపంచమంతా తిరిగి యువతకు ఉద్యోగాలు ఇవ్వాలని 16 లక్షల కోట్ల రూపాయలు పెట్టుబడులు తెచ్చాం, 10 లక్షల మందికి ఉద్యోగాలు ఇచ్చాం. ఈ రోజు రాష్ట్రంలో ఒక సైకో పాలన ఉంది, అవునా కాదా అని మిమ్మల్ని అడుగుతున్నా. వైఎస్ఆర్ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీని చిత్తుగా ఓడించి సైకో నుంచి రాష్ట్రాన్ని విముక్తి చేయాలి. ఈ రోజు మేమిద్దరం కలిసి పొత్తులు పెట్టుకున్నాం. మాకు ఏమి భేషజాలు లేవు. ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని కాపాడడం కోసం అవసరమైతే ఎలాంటి త్యాగాలు చేయడానికైనా మేము సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నామని మరొకసారి విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నా.
క్లాస్ వార్ అని చెప్పే జగన్ 5 కోట్ల మంది ప్రజల రాష్ట్రాన్ని 5 మందికి తాకట్టు పెట్టాడు. వైఎస్ జగన్ రెడ్డి, పెద్దిరెడ్డి రామచంద్రారెడ్డి, సజ్జల రామకృష్ణారెడ్డి, మిథున్ రెడ్డి, వైవి సుబ్బారెడ్డి, మిగతా అందరిని కలుపుకొని వీరు 5 మంది కోసం 5 కోట్ల మంది ప్రజలు ఈరోజు మనం తిప్పలు పడతా ఉన్నాం, కష్టాలు పడతా ఉన్నాం. ఉద్యోగాలు లేకుండా యువత రోడ్ల మీదకి వచ్చినారు. ఈ రోజున ఇది మారాలి. ఏదైనా మాట్లాడదామంటే గుండాలతో బెదిరింపులు, రౌడీలతో దాడులు. వైసీపీ గుండాయిజాన్ని చూసి భయపడకండి. మనం ఉన్నాం. ఉద్దండుడైన రాజకీయ నేత శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఉన్నారు. మనం ఉన్నాం. వచ్చే 45 రోజుల ఎన్నికల్లో వైసీపీ గుండాలకి, వైసీపీ క్రిమినల్స్ కి ఈ జెండా సభ నుంచి హెచ్చరిస్తున్నాం. వైసీపీ గుండాలు దాడి చేస్తే, భయపడితే, బెదిరిస్తే నేను ఈ రోజున మీకు మాటిస్తున్నాను, వైసీపీ గుండాలకి మక్కెలు ఇరగ్గొట్టి మడత మంచంలో పెడతాం. మర్చిపోకండి. సిద్ధం అని చావు కొడుతున్న వైఎస్ జగన్ కి 2024 ఎన్నికలకి నీకు యుద్ధం ఇస్తాం. యువతరానికి ఏ సంపద విడిచిపెట్టాం? యుద్ధము, రక్తము, కన్నీరు తప్ప, గాయాలు, బాధలు, వేదనలు తప్ప. అందరినీ మోసం చేసిన వ్యక్తి. ఈ వ్యక్తికి సమాధానం చెప్పాల్సిన సమయం. సముద్రం ఒకటి కాళ్ళ దగ్గర కూర్చొని మొరగదు, తుఫాను గొంతు చిత్తం అనడం ఎరగదు, పర్వతం ఎవరికి వంగి సలాం చెయ్యదు. గొంతెత్తితే ఒక దేశపు జెండాకున్నంత పొగరుంది. జెండా సభ ఎందుకు పెట్టాము? మన పోరాటానికి స్ఫూర్తి అది, మన విజయానికి స్ఫూర్తి అది. 2024లో మన పొత్తు విజయానికి స్ఫూర్తి మన జెండాలు. అందుకే ఇది జెండా సభ పెట్టాం. ఎన్నికల్లో బూతుల్లో వైసీపీ రౌడీలు, గూండాలు బూత్ క్యాప్చరింగ్ చేస్తే ఆ జెండాని మడత పెట్టి కర్ర తీసుకొని ఎదుర్కొనేలాగా అందుకని జెండా సభ పెట్టాం.
Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates visits IDC in Hyderabad. Billionaire philanthropist and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates visited the tech giant's India Development Center in Hyderabad, the company said. Gates addressed some of India's brightest engineering minds at the IDC. Rajiv Kumar, Managing Director, Microsoft IDC, and CVP, Experiences Plus Devices India, said as he shared Gates' optimism over the opportunity for an AI-powered India. History comes full circle as philanthropist and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates paid a visit to the Microsoft India Development Center, which is a center of innovation he envisioned in 1998. The company said in a note capturing Gates' Tuesday visit. The development center is celebrating its 25th year of research, engineering, and development, marking its pivotal role in shaping world-class products such as Azure, Windows, Office, Bing, Copilot, and other AI applications, according to the company. It may be recalled that Microsoft Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella, during his recent visit to India, had highlighted the country's unique potential to realize the promise of AI. Earlier this month, Nadella had said the momentum around developers and development in India is unbelievable, as he outlined his vision on AI transformation imperatives in areas such as healthcare and education, and spoke of innovation around Copilot artificial intelligence assistant. The Congress top brass on Wednesday rushed former Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda and DK Shivkumar to Shimla to parley with members of the party, which is facing loss of support and risks losing power in the state. Sources said Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge is learnt to have spoken to former party chief Rahul Gandhi as also General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on the Himachal developments. Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister Shivkumar decried BJP and called its tactics worrisome for democracy. As per the directions of the Congress High Command, he said he was reaching Himachal Pradesh. Also, there is absolutely no need to indulge in any hearsay. He is confident that Congress party legislators will be loyal to the party and stay put with the mandate that has been accorded to them. Hours after 6 Congress MLAs voted in favor of the BJP candidate in the Rajya Sabha polls in Himachal Pradesh, Kharge swung into action to pacify the disgruntled lawmakers and sent Hooda and Shivkumar to the state. They are expected to reach Himachal Pradesh soon. Meanwhile, HP Vidhan Sabha Speaker suspended 15 BJP MLAs for misbehavior and adjourned the House. The death of a Class 4 student of a tribal welfare ashram school at Mamdgida village in the Adilabad district of Telangana sparked tension. The girl student died while undergoing treatment at Regional Institute of Medical Sciences in Adilabad on Wednesday. The family members of the girl and the activists of the tribal rights organization staged a sit-in outside the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences. The protest led to traffic snarl-ups. The protesters demanded an inquiry into the incident. The porters urged the officials to ensure justice. They held the officials responsible for the girl's death. They demanded that the officials of the Integrated Tribal Development Agency to pay compensation to the girl's family. They urged the district collector Rahul Raj to order an inquiry into the death of the student. They withdrew the protest after the officials assured them that an inquiry would be ordered. state government would address nearly 2.45 lakh grievances received on Dharni portal, said Revenue Minister Pangleti Srinivas Reddy. The minister, along with District Collector VP Gotham, was distributing Kalyan Lakshmi and Shadi Mubarak checks to beneficiaries in Paler constituency on Wednesday. Speaking on the occasion, he said that the government has already implemented free travel for women in TSRTC buses, enhanced Arogya limit to 10 lakh rupees, 200 unit free power to household and 500 rupees cylinder promises. The government is committed to fulfilling all the guarantees given to people ahead of the assembly elections. He alleged that thousands of acres were grabbed in the name of Dharni. The government has been making efforts to issue white ration cards to eligible families soon. 2,500 rupees assistance to women would soon be given. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy released 1,294.34 crore rupees towards the third tranche of YSR Raitu Bharosa PM Kisan for the fifth year and interest subvention for the fourth year in a row under YSR Zero Interest Scheme. Releasing the amount with the click of a button at the camp office here on Wednesday, the Chief Minister stated that the state welfare depends on farmers' welfare, and keeping that in mind, the government has taken several steps for the welfare of farmers in the last 57 months. Out of the 1,294.34 crore rupees released, 1,078.36 crore rupees is meant for Raitu Bharosa, under which 53.58 lakh farmers will receive 2,000 rupees each directly into their bank accounts, while 78,615 farmers will receive 215.98 crore rupees towards interest subvention for timely repayment of interest on crop loans taken during the Rabi 2021 and Kharif 2022 seasons. Under the scheme, the government pays 13,500 rupees each in 3 installments every year, with the first and second tranches of 7,500 rupees and 4,000 rupees being paid in May or June for Kharif sowing and in October or November for Kharif harvesting and Rabi requirements respectively. The third tranche of 2,000 rupees would be paid in January or February for Rabi harvest. The Chief Minister said that the government has paid 67,500 rupees each under Raitu Bharosa in the last 57 months, paying an extra of 17,500 rupees each than the promised 50,000 rupees in 5 years in the YSRCP election manifesto.
దేవుడి దయతో ఈ రోజు మరో మంచి కార్యక్రమానికి శ్రీకారం చుడతా ఉన్నాం. రైతు బాగుంటేనే రాష్ట్రం బాగుంటుందని ప్రగాఢంగా కూడా నమ్మిన ప్రభుత్వం మనది. అందుకే 57 నెలల్లో వేసిన ప్రతి అడుగు కూడా రైతు బాగుండాలని, రైతు కూలీ బాగుండాలని మనసా వాచ కర్మన ప్రతి అడుగు కూడా అదే డైరెక్షన్లో వేస్తూ వచ్చాం. 5వ ఏడాది ఎక్కడా కూడా క్రమం తప్పకుండా ప్రతి సందర్భంలోనూ రైతుకు అందాల్సిన సమయంలో రైతుకు సహాయం అందిస్తూ ఎక్కడా కూడా క్రమం తప్పకుండా 5వ ఏడాది 3వ విడత రైతు భరోసా సొమ్మును ఈరోజు విడుదల చేస్తా ఉన్నాం. దాదాపుగా 53,58,000 మంది రైతన్నలకు వారి కుటుంబాలకు మంచి చేస్తూ బటన్ నొక్కి ఈ 3వ విడత సందర్భంగా ఈ సంవత్సరం ఈ ఏడాది చేస్తా ఉన్న ఈ రైతు భరోసా సాయం ఒక్కో రైతన్న కుటుంబానికి మరో 2,000 రూపాయలు చొప్పున నేరుగా 1,078 కోట్ల రూపాయలు వారి ఖాతాల్లోకి జమ చేస్తా ఉన్నాం.
AP Finance Minister visits AP Pavilion in Delhi. State Finance Minister Buggana Rajendranath visited the AP Pavilion at the Bharat Tex 2024 on Wednesday in Delhi. K. Sunita, Principal Secretary of Handlooms and Textiles, and M.M. Nayak, Commissioner of Handlooms and Textiles, were present on the occasion. During his visit, the Finance Minister expressed deep appreciation for the diverse and exquisite range of textiles on display at the AP Pavilion. He took the time to visit each stall, examining the craftsmanship and engaging in meaningful conversations with textile representatives and artisans. The finance minister's keen interest and involvement showcased the government's commitment to promoting and celebrating the flourishing textile industry in Andhra Pradesh. Particularly impressed with the One District One Product booth, the finance minister examined every handloom product proudly presented from various districts of the state. In contrast to other stalls featuring one or two handloom products, the richness and variety displayed by Andhra Pradesh stood out, drawing praise for the state's dedication to supporting and protecting its handloom heritage. Andhra Cricket Association rebuts Hanuma Vihari's remarks. The Andhra Cricket Association has reacted to the controversy surrounding Hanuma Vihari's recent remarks regarding his captaincy. Responding to allegations made by Vihari on social media, the Andhra Cricket Association emphasized the importance of professionalism and unity within the cricketing community. In a press release issued in Visakhapatnam on Wednesday, it refuted accusations leveled against the association by Hanuma Vihari, urging for transparency and adherence to established procedures. Vihari's claims, which attracted attention from certain political factions, prompted the association to provide clarity on the matter. According to the association, Hanuma Vihari is a prominent figure in Andhra Pradesh cricket since 2017. He made unfounded allegations against the association. In response to Vihari's allegations of unfair dismissal from captaincy despite unanimous teammate support, the association announced its intention to conduct a thorough investigation into the matter. Concerns over the alleged intimidation of players in lodging complaints against Vihari will be addressed in the forthcoming report to the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Moreover, the ACA dismissed claims made by Vihari against fellow player KN Prithviraj, highlighting his commendable track record in various cricket tournaments. The CBI has summoned Samajwadi Party President and former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav as a witness for questioning on Thursday in illegal mining cases, 5 years after registering the case. In a notice issued under Section 160 of CRPC, the agency asked him to appear before it on 29 February in connection with the case registered in 2019, officials said. The section allows a police officer to summon witnesses in a probe. The case pertains to the issuance of mining leases in alleged violation of e-tendering process. The Allahabad High Court had ordered the probe. It is alleged that public servants allowed illegal mining during 2012-16, when Akhilesh Yadav was Chief Minister, and illegally renewed licenses despite a ban by the National Green Tribunal on mining. The agency had alleged that the then Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav's office had cleared 13 projects in a single day, officials said. The CBI had carried out searches at 14 locations in January 2019 in connection with its FIR against 11 people, including IAS officer B. Chandrakala, Samajwadi Party MLC Ramesh Kumar Mishra and Sanjay Dikshit, who unsuccessfully contested the 2017 Assembly election on a BSP ticket, to probe the alleged illegal mining of minor minerals in Hamirpur district during 2012-16. Benchmark Sensex tanked more than 1% while Nifty declined below the 22,000 level on Wednesday due to selling in index heavyweight Reliance Industries and bank stocks amid weak global market trends. The 30-share BSE Sensex fell by 790.34 points or 1.08% to settle at 72,304.88 with 26 of its constituents ending in the red and 4 in the green. During the day, It tanked 872.93 points or 1.19% to a low of 72,222.29. The Nifty slumped to 147.20 points or 1.11% to settle at 21,951.15. As many as 46 Nifty shares closed with losses while 4 advanced. Among the Sensex firms, Power Grid fell the most by 4.43% due to profit booking by investors. Reliance Industries dropped around 2%, contributing 185.59 points to the slide. IndusInd Bank, Maruti, Wipro, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Asian Paints, Mahindra and Ultratech Cement were the biggest laggards. Hindustan Unilever, Infosys and Tata Consultancy Services and Bharti Airtel were the gainers. In the broader market, the BSE small cap gauge declined by 1.94% and mid-cap index went lower by 1.82%. Shares of Detladen Vodafone Idea plummeted around 14% after the fundraising announcement by the company failed to lift investor sentiment. Shares of 197 Communications Ltd, the owner of the Paytm brand, fell 5% to hit a lower circuit limit. A total of 2,963 stocks declined while 881 advanced and 77 remained unchanged. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off for the day. Keep watching Swatantra TV.